Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. We're talking about the 3 episodes of Andor, this time that were dropped this week. Ever been to Gorman? I have friends everywhere, and what a festive evening. In the first one, they have more, well, let's just take all 3 of them at once because really the story goes through an entire year. This is now 3 years before the Battle of Yavin, which is, of course, the first Star Wars film. Anyway, what we have here is Gorman has been selected by the Empire, as we've mentioned before, as a planet that has a large deposit of calcite, which is an element that's useful for shielding their reactors. Although the amount that they want to mine would destroy the planet. And so what they're trying to do, instead of having the bad press of just obliterating a planet, they are trying to encourage a small revolutionary group to make a big enough splash for them to send in their full troops and evacuate the planet, or at least crush the rebellion there to show that there was reason for the Empire to be there, and then they can do their drilling kind of surreptitiously. And to get it started, they're building a huge building that will shadow a memorial that is important to the people there, and that's also got some of those people upset. So they send Andor, Luthen does, to find out just what the state of the resistance is there. And there is a pretty good bit of it, but Andor does not think that it is organized enough for them to really want to spend any capital they have on. Now, Luthen thinks differently, and it's because he's taking the Empire's bait. And the Empire has a spy in the form of Cyril, who has the Nagi mother. And he is reporting back to this committee, although he does not know the full aim of this committee. And just reporting on what things are going on. He's allowed his office to be bugged so that the resistance can hear him in conversations with his mother, kind of saying that the Empire's kind of bad. And that's all pre-planned. So we have that going on, and at the same time, we have Bix, who is getting kind of post-traumatic stress from having to kill the soldier back on the wheat planet, and also the time that she was placed in a last season, placed in a rather cruel interrogation chamber. So Andor is trying to take care of her as well as he can, although she's getting stir-crazy because they're in a safe house in Coruscant, and she doesn't really want to be there, and she's taking drugs in order to be able to sleep, to keep the nightmares from coming, and yet we know that this medicine is going to cause the nightmares to get worse once she has to stop taking it. So we have Luthen concerned about whether she's going to be a valuable asset or not, and is concerned that Andor is thinking more about her than he is about the whole rebellion. And so that's where that's going. But Luthen has his own problems in that there is a bug planet on one of the pieces of art that he's sold to the jerk whose son married Mon's daughter. And so that is the situation. They need to remove this bug before they do a big show and scan of everything that will make sure that it's all legitimate. They found one piece previous to this that was not genuine, and so they're looking to check the provenance of all the rest, and in doing that they might find their bug, and so that's the thing there. And they really haven't gotten any useful information of it except for the fact that they know that they need to remove their bug. And so there's some stress that comes from trying to figure out how they're going to do it while people are there. And, of course, things don't go all completely right. And so we have once again a party atmosphere or a social atmosphere that creates some tension there. And in the meantime, Luthen has sent out people to do the job that he wanted Andor to do. And this time they have managed to hijack a transport and unload its cargo down a storm drain and into a vehicle of their own that they can run off with. But a member of their team is killed. It's enough probably to get the Empire's attention, and that's exactly what they wanted them to do. So that's the situation there, and it's a shame that they have taken this bait because it's going to set back the rebellion considerably. Meantime, Motha is trying her best to get some things done in the Senate, but due to fear of the Emperor, she can't get a lot of votes going her way to try to find out what is going on Gorman. Why it would be important to even to the Emperor, because it's a planet that is mostly known for its textiles. It has spiders, and then the spiders create a silk that's useful for making clothes, but other than that, that's really not much worth it to them without anybody knowing about the calcite. And that's the one thing that even Luthen's favorite informer is not telling him about, even though he knows it. So we have kind of a double agent that's informing Luthen. We have our Imperial spy on Gorman, and he doesn't know everything that's going on. And then we have all of the relationship things going on at the same time that get complicated. And as Luthen said, he doesn't want relationships to complicate the fact that what they need to do is laser focus on the rebellion, not personal things. And Andor says, well, of course, I'm not a droid. And it's not received well, unfortunately. So this is all things that are slowly falling into place or out of place. And it'll be interesting where the next year takes them. Right now, we know that we've seen the Empire break down from not the Empire, but the rebellion breakdown from 2 points. One is their ground forces are not organized, and it seems that their leadership is also somewhat splintered in this trio of episodes. And in the middle episode, we see Forrest Whitaker once again as Saw, and he was also in the first season and was a standout character there and was here as well. So we'll give kudos to him for being there. So that's what we get from this. I'm understanding why they're taking it slow. They want to kind of bake in what they're going through, and the only thing that bothers me is that it seems like a Bergman film. There's a lot of still camera and a lot of just two people in a room talking defensively to each other. And it has kind of an aloofness to it that is not what you're used to in most action adventure. But I'm beginning to think that they never really intended this to be action adventure, even though they put a couple of action scenes and they have a very nice payoff at the end of the third episode this time. But for the most part, it's just talking and revealing their anxieties. So I'd like to hear from you if you have watch this and have something to add to what I said or disagree with something I said or whatever you want to say. You can put it in the comments below, and if you would subscribe if you've not done so already, I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, a like is always welcome. So thank you for joining us. We will be back on Monday with another Doctor Who episode to review, on Tuesday with another The Last of Us episode to review, and next Thursday with another 3 episodes of Andor. So until then, don't go far.